also just realized my mic wasn't on, so LOL. Get your stuff together for studying. We're gonna do the thing and let's get into it. I got some Animal Crossing music for us to listen to if you want to listen to that, or your own music is also good too. But yeah, let's get into it. Currently reading stuff for Stars and Galaxies, my science course I'm taking. And it's like, it's weird to think about that, like, how like very quick things happened. Like dinosaurs, they appeared like the day after Christmas, like, or whatever. Like, this is, I guess, kind of like a, according to the cosmic calendar thing. It doesn't say when, but like 60 million years like later after the dinosaurs were gone, according to this calendar, on December 31st around like 9, like the human ancestors or whatever started to like walk upright. It's like, it's weird to think about. Like another part of it says ancient Egyptians built the pyramids in only about 11 seconds according to the cosmic calendar. It's weird. Like, it's wild. Makes you feel really small in the course of like time like that, you know what I mean? Actually, no, I'm gonna skip this, I think. Well, maybe I won't. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I just don't want to listen to anything that isn't Animal Crossing music, to be honest. I have like 20 more pages to go. Oh, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm not terribly entertaining. I'm just reading. I have my Stars and Galaxies class at 2:35. So I'm trying to get that done before class because I was doing other things last night, other notes and schoolwork and things, so I'm trying to be productive. The attempt is there. Because I have that I have to do, and then I need to do this. It's my music theory homework. I just have to identify pitches and stuff. So yeah, sometimes that one's due tomorrow. But yeah, I have a lot. This is everything that I need to do this week. Like all those assignments, also working. Like, yeah. So it is fun. It's very fun. I stayed up really late though, like doing all that. I went to bed at 2 and I woke up at 7 because my first class starts at 9. So it's been fun. I'm tired but fun. Sparrow, how are you? Are you studying too today? That is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do some of that before I go back to my college, to my other class. Good, you're very pretty, by the way. Thank you, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. But I'm already ready for a nap. I went to bed at 2 last night because I was doing other, like, notes and things and prepping my planner for the week. And then I woke up at 7 because my first class starts at 9, so. But I have Duncan from, I think, Saturday. What games do you like to play? I love Animal Crossing. I love Pokemon, Stardew Valley. I think I like playing Sims. I've never streamed Sims, but like Sims 3 and 4. Let me think. Tomodachi Life. Trying to think what else. Risk of Rain. I love Risk of Rain. I think kind of those are like those are probably my main, I think. Maybe. You excited for Little Nightmares 3? It's gonna have online co-op. Is that a game? I'll be honest, I'm not familiar. My boyfriend is more like, he knows more of like the news and things, and I just like, I don't know. Like we're both like Nintendo kids, but I don't know. I kind of have stuck to Nintendo for the most part. But what kind of game is that? Horror? Oh, okay. I see. I get really scared playing horror games. I played Five Nights at Freddy's a lot. That's actually one of my favorites too. But what's the one that scares me the most? Outlast, I think. I think that's it. Yeah, the one with the doctor is just scary. Oh my god. Ugh. Every time I've gotten to the point where like you're trying to like run away from the doctor, I can't do it. I literally can't do it. It's so like, and it's more of like just the audio stuff, like the sounds is what scares me more than like the doctor himself, you know? Gives Nemesis from Resident Evil vibes. Okay, yeah, like, I haven't played that one either, but I'm sure that's basically like a good comparison. But there's another game that I have called Red Dead Redemption 2. I was about to like trip over my words. I've seen so many like clips on TikTok that are so funny, and I can't wait to play it. But I can't just yet because my tower, my boyfriend's still building my tower, so I can't play just yet, but I'm excited for that because it looks really funny. But I also really love Skyrim. Stay away from the spoilers for real. Okay, I will for sure. I'm pretty good at avoiding spoilers, especially like for games that I like don't want spoiled. Like, I didn't know anything about Scarlet and Violet, the Pokemon games when they came out last year, but I'm still not done playing them either. I haven't even beat like the 3rd gym. My computer sometimes when I would like stream Twitch, what's it called? Stream Pokemon or whatever on my OBS or something, it like freaks out, can't handle it, and it would keep restarting the stream, and it was so annoying. And I was like, I just want to have like one cohesive stream. I wish Nintendo would just make the new Mystery Dungeon or put like Game Boy games on their Game Boy service now. It's about damn time. No, for real, seriously, like it's kind of upsetting. It's kind of upsetting. I like I wish, or even like the DS games, like I would love to play Pokemon White version 2 on my Switch and not have to like have it hacked or something. I can't even hack my Switch. Just sad because I would have done it, but the last few Pokemon Directs were so garbage. Yeah, I watched the recent one, where they were talking about the new expansion, DLC or whatever. I'll buy it eventually when I like finish the main game because I want to do that and then go buy DLC. But Detective Pikachu on Switch looks like a buggy N64 game had a baby with the PS1 game. They're very behind on their graphics, I think. But like I don't know if it's like because of like that's their aesthetic or something. They want to keep that more Nintendo look, I guess. But like PlayStation, Xbox stuff, like that looks a lot better. Not to, bash Nintendo or anything, but I don't know. I think their quality could be better, to be honest. Apparently, it's an agreement between all devs. They legit came out and said, we don't have the obligation to release the best quality games, so screw you. They did? Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. If anything, they probably make more money from making quality games. Like, do you know, like, was there any reason to that? Or was that just what they said? Because that's crazy. That's why they suddenly panicked when Baldur's Gate 3 came out and done so well. Yeah, like, my boyfriend was talking about that. Like, literally every other, like, game that was, like, hyped up that got released this year, like, kind of, like, flopped. Like, the one Golem game, or whatever, the Harry Potter, like, game was just, like, so disappointing. It looked horrible. I was, like, shocked that like it looked as bad as it did because it was it was really bad. Legit, just because screw you, they can then spend less money patching it and rather than spending more money and making sure it's still up to scratch. Wow, that's crazy. Hogwarts game sold really well, but it was boring as fuck after. Yeah, I remember hearing that it was doing pretty good. It definitely looked better than the Golem game for sure. I don't know why they like, it's just a collection? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. How tall are you? I am 5'6". Oh wait, no. Well, okay, for me it was like a weird deal because I was like 5'5.5", and then 5'6", and then 5'5.5". I don't know. I fluctuate between the two. I don't know. I know that's kind of strange, probably. I don't know if anyone else has that happen to them, but that's just something that I've always been like that, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. What are you doing? I have to read chapter 2 of my Stars and Galaxies textbook for my class because I have it at like right around like 2:30 or so. So I'm trying to get that done because I didn't do it yesterday. And then after I'm done reading that, I'm going to do my music theory paper thing real quick. And then I need to finish up my notes that I started this morning on, what's it called? Some of the theory stuff, because I have another assignment basically asking if I understand this or if I have any questions. And there's like basically like review pages, but I'm just gonna write that in for my notes so I have it in here can find it in here because I don't always want to like look online. But yeah, I gotta stay on top of my stuff. I have 5 classes this semester. I'm gonna be graduating with my associates at the end of it, and I work 4 days a week. Well, last 3 weeks I've been doing 3 days a week because they just didn't schedule me for Thursdays. I love how review things on assignments are always the bit where there's the least written. Yeah, it's like, it's a little short, but like, for me, I feel like it's kind of enough to jog the memory a little bit. So, it's not too bad. Some reviews can definitely be like trash. It's kind of like that, when that one kid in school asks the question, everyone else murders them with their eyes. Oh no. Yeah, like, I feel that, but it also, I don't know, I feel like it really depends on the question. Sometimes it just makes me cringe a little bit if it's like a very simple answer, I guess. But like, I don't know, I don't fault anyone for it. You know what I mean? Cause like, I definitely have my moment where like, you know, like, I feel like it's like the same thing with me with something else, you know? So like, I get it. The struggle is real. It is understood, hopefully by everyone at least. Because sometimes it's just really hard to like grasp a subject right away. And especially with music theory, I had that last spring. This one is different. It's commercial music theory, so there's slightly different things, but I had to stay up late watching so many YouTube videos just talk about the same subject because I needed someone to explain it to me slightly differently so I could understand. I just like, it was hard. So I always had to ask for this blast instructions to be made simpler, and they'd be like, I'm making this as simple as possible. No, I get it. I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's just hard. I don't blame you at all. And hopefully it helps after they like make it like simpler. God, there's so many pages. There's like 50. Or well, not in this chapter. Excuse me. I work better with direct instructions rather than vague general things. Yeah, no, for real, like, same here. It's so frustrating when it's like vague. It's like, no, I need you to tell me exactly what I need to do because then I can do it. Like, don't just say like along the lines of like, no, tell me the lines, you know what I mean? Let's see, okay, I got like less, maybe like 15 more pages. It's not too bad. That'll be me with my future girlfriend, Limo. Like, tell me what you want. No, for real, like, and I feel like that's like I feel like it's good to be upfront, like, the day that my boyfriend asked me out, like, he asked, you know, like, what are we? Because we'd, like, you know, had been talking for, like, a week, and, you know, like, obviously interested and stuff, and I was like, I told him up front, I was like, I want to be exclusive. I'm not, like, I don't want to fool around with anyone else. I want commitment, you know? And I told him that, and he, like, you know, said the same, and then he asked me out. So, and then obviously I said yes, but I feel like people just need to, like, you know, it's like, it's okay to be upfront with the things that you're looking for, you know? I've never dated, so I don't know if I could get to that stage of even asking out. You know what? I totally get you, because before last year, I would have never believed that I did it myself. Like, I was the one that asked him out first, like, for like a date, you know, like we'd gotten ice cream after work, but he was the one that asked me out, like, to be like his girlfriend. But it I like I've always had people like me in like school and stuff, and it would make me severely uncomfortable because I don't know, I would have a feeling that I couldn't shake, that I knew that they liked me, and it made me very uncomfortable because I didn't want to deal with that situation. So I would just like stop talking to them or something. Like I would just not I didn't want to engage. I just wanted to be left alone, you know. Like my junior year, I had a class with this guy. I only said maybe like a sentence to him or something. He bought me a Valentinegram and it made me really uncomfortable because like we had talked like a little bit like on Instagram, but like it wasn't like talking or anything. Like it was just like, I guess, texting or something. Like he asked me if I wanted to hang out and I was like, no, my girl was in town, but I didn't want to hang out either. So like it just made me feel awkward. I've just never been shown interest in that way by anyone, so I don't even know how. Oh well, oof, haha, he jumped in the deep end. No, for real, it just, yeah, and then he like gave me his number and I was like, dude, like there was a big chunk of time where I like didn't even speak to him. So I was like, we've never talked, dude. Yeah, read the room, literally. I was like, okay. And like I felt bad, but I like threw it out. I wasn't gonna keep it, you know. Or like this one time last year at my third job, it was after I met my boyfriend. I was working and I think one of my managers came up to me and gave me a piece of paper or something, and I opened it and it was someone's number and I was like, what the fuck? I was like what, like I didn't even know what to make of it. I was like, what is this, you know? Or I was like, who gave it to you or something, and she was like, oh, it was a customer like in the lobby or something, said to give it to you. And then I was like, where? And so I went out to the lobby and he was like walking out or something. And yeah, I know. It was either a manager or like my coworker or something, and I ripped it up. I was like, dude, I literally have a boyfriend. Like this, I was literally working drive-through and I did not go into the lobby. I had to throw in a coffee pot at his head. No, literally, like, get away from me. No. Like, But like it was, and I just thought it was really weird because I literally wasn't even like working the front. I was literally like drive through. So my job was taking the orders and putting into the system, bagging the shit up, and then giving it to the person that's working window. Like, I thought it was so bizarre. I was like, don't, please. Oh my god, bro. Even if I was Brad Pitt, I'd not even think about doing that. No, like it's just so weird. You should have spat in his. That's funny. But like I didn't even know that he was there. Or like I guess he was looking at me or something. But it's like I didn't even notice. Like I was just trying to do my job. Like it was so weird. But the weirdest one though was stalkerish. Oh, you're gonna love this story then. This was worse. This is way worse. So on Instagram, I have like, I guess, a decent amount of like following or whatever, but it's mainly like music lovers and stuff, and that's kind of like my little like niche or whatever. I like talking with like music people about music and stuff because like it's something I really enjoy. And I met this guy September 2021 and we became friends, and I was like, okay, cool, you know, another friend that I could talk about 60s 70s music with. That's awesome, you know, it's cool. And so like never gave it a second thought, you know what I mean? And so like we talked for like a long time, and then pretty often I do like vlogs on my Instagram story where I just talk about my day, what things are coming up in my week, like things like that, like, you know, or talking about like work stories and stuff, like all of that. And like he would often like watch them and we would like talk about like something I said in my story or something. Or I feel like I know where this is going. You probably do because it's gonna get there. And so like when I'd started my second job, um, you know, I would talk about how's my studying going. I'm talking a little bit, but it's going good. I'm still reading my thing. I'm getting there. I'm almost done with this part. I have two things that I need to do before I leave for my class. Distracted? Yeah. Yeah. Oh shoot, my battery's gonna run low. Hang on. I gotta plug in my computer. But yeah, so, you know, I would talk about like my work and like my crazy stories. Don't die on us. I won't, I promise. Yeah, we were talking about stalker stories, but yeah, so um I love the creeper emote. That's really funny. Thank you for the follow. Um but yeah, my second job was very crazy. My boss was psycho. He was like he's been the only person I've ever met in my entire life whose eyes were so cold when I like looked into them. It was like he had no soul kind of thing. Like his eyes were very empty and stuff, and he was just horrible. He was so horrible. No, he wasn't Ginger. No, I know that's from South Park. I love that show. But no, he wasn't Ginger. But yeah, and one time he got so mad at my coworker, he started like raising his voice, he started yelling at him, started swearing at him, and then he got so mad he broke a dustpan. And what was worse is like two of his kids worked with me, worked there, and he had two younger kids, like I think under either 8 or 6, I don't know, one of the two. They were also there when he broke the dustpan, and I was like, that's horrible for you to like, that's a horrible example to set for your kids, you know. And I felt really bad because the little girl, she was like 4. Way later on, I think if maybe a month or two down the line, like we were talking and she like mentioned it, and I was like, she should not even have to remember that. That's so awful. I thought you were gonna say he started spinning around like Crash Bandicoot. Oh my god. No, that would be a lot better than what he actually did. But I only worked there 4 months, the shortest time I've ever worked a job, and I wanted to get out of there. Every day felt like I was walking on eggshells, and my anxiety was so bad, like frothing out the mouth. Yeah, honestly, like. And it just made me even more uncomfortable because like his wife works with him too, and she yelled at him to like you know, like chill out. And so like he was like, you know, I'm gonna chill out or whatever, blah blah blah, you know, walks up to like the front or whatever, and I'm at the front and I like heard all this going on because I wasn't in the kitchen, but like the front leads into it. And I was just like, I told my boyfriend because he was manager there. I was like, I want to go home. This was before we were dating, but I was like, I want to leave right now. And he was like, you can leave. It's okay. Cause like he was very nitpicky too. Our boss, like one time it's just like, it was 3 different things that I did. You just hear his booming footsteps for real. No, literally, like it, like that was kind of like the way it felt. But there was one shift where he got mad at me like 3 different times for like very like innocent little things, like the music shutting off. I didn't even realize like when it like stopped playing. You know, he just like, he would do this thing where he would like say something to you and he'd be like, he would just like, you know, it was like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, what do you want me to like tell you? Like I'm not fucking listening. I'm trying to work. He needs his tunes to block out the demons, apparently, you know. But yeah, and so and then that same day he got mad at me for not asking what specific cheese a customer wanted on their hot dog. Okay. And then there was one other thing that I always forget when I tell this story, but I know my little work vlogs have it because I talked about it back then. But my necklace is messed up. My necklaces get so messed up because I wear these every day. I don't take them off. so they always get so tangled. But so I have to breathe. But yeah, and I like at that point when my boyfriend came back, cause he was working crazy hours. Like he would be there like early in the morning and work the morning shift, and then when I would get there, he would like hang out for a little bit. We would talk, and then he would leave, and then when we closed, he would come back and he would close with me, or close with me and another girl, or close with another person. But it was mainly like just girls working the front. Um, there were some guys like in the kitchen, but it was just kind of like, you know, those two things. But yeah, like when he came back in, he asked like how it went, and I was just like, you know, I was like, it didn't go good. And then he asked me what was wrong, because I was already like starting to tear up. I was upset. I wasn't trying to like get nitpicked on, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to fucking do my job the best that I can, you know? You just had the deers and headlights look. No, literally, that's like low key, but like imagine like the little watery eyes too. That would be that would have been me. But I was drying our trays and stuff when he came in. And then when he like came around the back or whatever, like through the kitchen and stuff, because you had to go through the kitchen to get to the front. Like the meme of the cat crying, yeah, that was definitely me. It was giving that energy. He asked me like what happened, and I told him, and he was like, okay, like, you know, you could stay up here and just dry the trays for a little bit. And like that was like one of the main reasons I really liked him, because he was really nice and all that. He's still obviously really nice, but it was something I really appreciated, you know. But yeah, moral of the story was my second boss was just batshit. He was also stealing our tips too. I kind of didn't mention that, but and it was very frustrating because I reported him to the Department of Labor, and he used to work as a CFO of a medical company, and his job was the finance stuff. So he knows how to hide that shit, and it makes it. I sometimes I really don't like thinking about it, because I know that he got away with it, like scot-free, even though it's a crime. But there's nothing I could do, you know. But yeah, I just hope he goes out of business and loses everything, because he's a shitty person, you know. But it's whatever. But yeah, going back to the whole like stalker story, like me and this guy were like friends for like maybe like 8 months or something, I don't know. From like September of 2021 to kind of like August of last year. But this all happened, it was a catalyst in May. It makes working for yourself seem better. Yeah, for real. That's the end goal. That is the end goal. I want to like make content and just like do like album reviews and things like that. Like there's so much that I want to do, but I just don't want to be chained by like a 9 to 5 or something. I just can't do it. I will never do a 9 to 5. But yeah, like we'd been friends for a while, and obviously I would talk about, you know, my second job, how crazy that was and all that sometimes, and we would talk about it sometimes too. And whenever I would talk about my second job, excuse me, my justification for staying would always be, you know, at first it you know, it was the manager, my boyfriend, and the owner's wife, but then it turned out that she was also like shitty too, because she like knew what he was doing and was just like complicit. So I was like, fuck you, like I don't like you anymore. And so my main reason I even stayed as long as I did was because of my boyfriend. That's what I want to do too, like a podcast or let's play. No, for real, I would like I'm gonna do that. I mean, I kind of have, like, I'll stream, like, Pokemon and kind of, like, as, like, my first playthrough deal. But I haven't played since, like, March, I think. But yeah, and so, it wasn't until May, like, mid-May, where I talked on my story about how I was gonna ask him out. And like I wasn't I was already like making moves behind the scenes, you know, like I had already gotten him coffee twice. And it was funny, like he says that he's a little dense, and I was like, no, you're not. You just didn't realize, you know? Um, but like the only reason I even did that was because I had a feeling that he liked me, so I felt comfortable to make my moves. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't feel like he liked me, I would have been a lot more scared to even done that. But I had a feeling that like he liked me, so I felt like I could, you know, start making my bold moves, you know? Like to me that was being bold, you know? Um I'd be that dumb. I'd still not even catch on. I'd be like, what you think I'm poor? Oh my god. No, I felt that. And so when I talked about that on my story, he blew up, the guy that I was friends with online. Keep in mind, he lives in an entirely different state than me. I live in the US. Not even like a bordering state of Texas, because I live in Texas, but he just sent me paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, and I was like, what the fuck? He got super jealous. Yeah, I was like, dude, it is not my fault that you got hung up. I didn't hang you up, you hung yourself up. Like, no, this is not my fault. But it was like a whole thing from like, you know, like we have so much in common, like why, is it about my physical appearance? What do you not like about it? Blah blah blah. What else? He was talking about like what our future would be like. Shit. And then he would like was even trying to guilt trip me about his like previous relationship was abusive and controlling. And I was like, dude, like I'm sorry for you, but like where did I ask? You're just like trauma dumping on me when I didn't even ask you to do that. Trying to make me feel bad that I didn't like you back. It's like, dude, you're not even my type. Like, one, you have a baby face, too. I don't like brown hair, brown eyes. I'm sorry. Blue hair, or not blue hair. Blonde eyes and blue hair. Oh my god. Can you tell that I went to bed at 2 and I woke up at 7? Can you tell? I'm in blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm sorry. It's nothing against you. I just love that. And so, actually, have a little photo of us from Valentine's Day. It's a little dark, so you can't really see, but, smiling through the tears, no. I didn't mean it like that. And it's funny because I messed up not once but twice, and it was the same thing both times. Emotional damage, no, literally. Fatality. But yeah, it was like a whole thing, and I was so pissed off when I saw that. I was like, dude, what the fuck? And then I like on Instagram you can unread a message, and I hope that it works on both sides because I did it for me on my side. So I had to breathe. Because I didn't want him to see that I had read everything that he said, because I was gonna react in anger. I was like, what the fuck? Like, who do you think you are telling me, like, why I can't like someone, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, and when I finally responded, I wanted to be more respectful, because I wanted us to still be friends, because I enjoyed our conversations, but it, like, I eventually blocked him on everything, because I was like, I don't feel comfortable even talking to him anymore. Yep, exactly. I ended up doing that in August. But back in May, I was just like, I was like kind of like bummed out because especially like the way he worded it, it was like, it seemed like he wanted to get to know me just to get with me. And I was like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? The second he'd done the paragraphs, it was done. Oh yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck he thought. That was like he really thought he did something, you know what I mean? But yeah, and so yeah, ain't no going back after that. Absolutely not, you know? I'm trying to think, sorry, I'm trying to like read, and then I'm also trying to tell my story. Sometimes I'm not good at doing both at the same time. But yeah, I was really mad and I responded and I was like, you know, like, I'm sorry, but like, you know, like, I'm not interested. And I like, you know, kind of said like I don't want to do long distance. I especially don't want to date online. Like, I think that's weird. And then it was really irritating because he didn't respect the fact that I said no, because I said no twice. He asked me 2 different times and I was like, dude, like, I can already tell that you don't even respect me because you're not taking my no the first time. Like, and why would I want to get with you anyways? Like, and plus, I, like, when we had become friends, I had just turned 18. Like, and when this happened in May, I was 9, or, let me think, how old was I? Yeah, I was still 18. Because I turned 19 last August. Yeah, I was still fucking 18, and this dude was, like, 23, or whatever, and that made me really uncomfortable, like, the age difference. I was like, no. Like, Vincent and I are 3 years apart, just about, in 3 months. Because Vincent's 23, and I'm 20, you know. You shouldn't respond to people like that because they want is you to reply. Yeah, I've been like more, you know, careful about that stuff. I was just really disappointed because I was like, I literally, like, you know, I told him, I was like, I'm sorry if you got like the wrong like message kind of thing, but like I was only trying to be your friend. Like, I was not interested, you know what I mean? And so after that in May, like, it was just also, like, really, like, I got even more mad when he made a post basically subtweeting me saying, like, I'm giving up on love and blah, blah, blah. Every time I try, it's just, like, it doesn't do anything. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, cry me a river, dude. I don't care. It made me even more mad. I was like, why are you mad at me for, like, that shit? My toxic trait is when he brought up the abusive relationship, I would have said she didn't hit you hard enough. Well, it wasn't, I don't think it was, like, physical, but, like, he, according to him, said that, you know, like, he was not, basically, like, he got isolated, wasn't allowed to hang out with family, friends, or whatever, and I was like, you know what, that sucks, but, like, I didn't ask. Like, you literally are just trying to guilt trip me by telling me this. Like, that is the point of you saying this because you've never said it before in any other conversation, so your argument is void. But yeah, so, after that, I was so, like, it just made me uncomfortable, and I didn't want to block him at first, so I made our conversations became very dry, in my opinion. I was trying to dry text, just after all the paragraphs, big L. No, literally, like, what did he think he was gonna do? Like, sway my opinion? Like, bro, okay. But yeah, and so by August, I had talked to my best friend Alora and someone I was my ex-best friend about it, and they were both like, you know, like, block him on everything and stuff, because I hadn't really like talked about it with anyone else. I was just kind of like going through it by myself, but it wasn't like I needed to. It was something that I could handle. I didn't need anyone else's help, but I just wanted advice, and that's why I brought it up. Like, you were hardly gonna be fanning your eyes like, OMG, Romeo, chase after me, or chase me. Yeah, no, literally, like, but yeah, so I blocked him in August, and then I got really mad because months later in December, I was looking through my business email or whatever, just like kind of checking it out and seeing if I have any new emails and stuff. Excuse me. And I saw that there's more. I blocked him on everything, but I didn't ever have his email. He emailed me. Yup. He emailed me. And so he was like, it really, oh my god, it just set me off. I was so mad. I was like, Vincent had to like talk me down, like, unblocking him just to rip a new one into him. We're spilling the whole pot of tea for all. No, literally, like, oh my god. I'm pulling up the email right now so I can read it too. Because I don't think I ever deleted it. Yeah. He emailed me a total of 4 times. There was 2 a day after each other in August, and then 1 in September, and then 1 in December. So the first one, after this, like, it's basically like the end of the story. So I'm going to try to finish my reading at least, but I'll tell you the tea. And then he was like, "What?" The subject line, "What's up?" Hey, I saw you restricted and unfollowed me on both your accounts on Insta. What's going on? Did I do something? If any, or if I did anything, let's talk about it, Ben. Tea time for real? No, literally, like, it's going up or going down. And then the subject line for this next email the day after, Vincent/Motley Crew. Hey Caitlin, so I don't know what I did, but whatever the case may be, I just want you to hear me out. I was like, okay. Did I do something, bro? No, literally, like, you know what you did. And he was like, I value your friendship. I know in the past I expressed a liking for you. Bless you! But I can promise you that's not the way I feel anymore. I've moved on from that. He liked me for 8 months. And I was like, dude, I don't fucking believe you. And I also, like, that made me uncomfortable too. I was like, because he said that he was gonna take his time. And when he felt ready to, like, make his move, then he would. I was like, dude, like, that is just you telling me that you did not have intentions of being my friend. Do not talk to me ever again. Ever. Like, ever. And so, he was like, I genuinely, honest to God, respect your relationship with Vincent. I don't know him, but you seem very happy, and that's most important to me. I don't need to fucking matter to you, dude. Stop. In the beginning, I'll admit I didn't understand it. The fuck you mean? Like, you didn't understand it? It wasn't meant for you to understand, dumbass. I didn't know I needed your approval. Okay. But when I saw the content you posted with him, I really saw the happiness he brought, so I don't condone your relationship with him. I don't give a shit if you did. I didn't ask. Like, literally the only person that can have an opinion on it is me. So, void. Again. Argument void. I'm very happy for you guys and will continue to respect it like anybody should. But you questioned me twice. Why don't you like me? I told you why, dude. And I, like, stopped texting him after the whole Motley Crue situation, because I was gonna go see them, and he was, like, talking about, like, how he didn't like them in the past or something, and I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, I didn't ask if you like them. But, like, okay. And so, he was like, I wasn't degrading you liking... Oh my god, I wasn't degrading your liking for them, nor was I trying to be vicious about you attending the show. I don't give a shit if you had an opinion about me going. Like, I didn't ask. I actually have 3 of their albums on vinyl. I was simply just sharing the experience I had with them as well as my stories, blah, 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 blah. He just goes on saying all the shit, and I, like, don't even care. Fluff, basically. Going on about how he grew up in a Catholic Christian household. I don't care. It was also another thing too, in this email that reminded me of something you said. He said if there was an opportunity for, like, him that he could, like, meet me or something, he would fly out. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, that is so insanely creepy. You know what I mean? I was like, how did you expect me to take that? Like, you're shitting me, right? Like, what did you think my honest to God reaction would have been? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, in all seriousness, bud, I really enjoy our conversations, watching you flourish, grow, and blossom with your career, education, and relationship. I remember being so happy that you finally found love because it seemed like something you really desired, longed for, and needed. That part was true. I wanted to be in a relationship, but I never found anyone that I wanted to be with. That simple. So I hope this isn't the end to our friendship. I really considered you one of my dear friends. Although we're restricted by difference, I still spoke highly of you to my peers. Why are you talking about people, or why are you talking about me to other people? I've never talked about you to anyone, ever. Because I don't think about you offline. You were my online friend. Okay. Um, but yeah, he was like, but if it is, I wish you all my luck for a successful future, a good life, and nothing but happiness. Most of all, I hope that Vincent isn't restricting you from talking with a friend. I was in a relationship for 3 years where I had to cut off a lot of my female friends out of jealousy. When I came out of that relationship, I felt awful because I let down the people that really cared and had my back. I have your back. God bless, be safe. And I was like, you really have the fucking audacity here. Telling me that you really hope my boyfriend isn't restricting me from talking to a friend. Dude, I did not want to be friends with you anymore. I told Vincent, I was like, I would be damned if you told me what I can and can't do. He knows not to do that. And he doesn't, like, because he's respectful and he's sweet. And he's not a bad guy. Like, I know what I wanted in a relationship. That's why we're together, you know? But I was like, that made me so angry. I was like, who the fuck do you think you are for assuming, like, you know even like anything about him? I was like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, dude. And then the next email, how's everything? Basically a month later, hey Caitlin, hope you're doing okay. Just checking in to see how's everything. Hope you're doing well, and you know where to find me when you're ready to talk. Excuse me? When I'm ready to talk? Dude, you just said in the last email, like, if it is the end of our friendship, blah blah blah, like, so can you like stop emailing me? And then the last email was like 2 days before Christmas Eve. It says Merry Christmas or whatever, that subject line. And then he was like, hey Caitlin, I hope all is well and life's been treating you good. I just wanted to wish you and Vincent a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I didn't fucking ask you to. My gratitude to you both once again. And I was like, I didn't ask. Stop emailing me. But I didn't know that he'd emailed me at all till the last email. And then when I saw the whole email about him, like, saying, like, you know, I really hope Vincent isn't, you know, telling you we can't be friends anymore. That made me so mad. And like, I was talking about it with Vincent, because when I found out, I was fucking livid. I was so mad. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, you know, like, don't respond, because if you do, he's gonna think that I'm telling you to say this or whatever. And I was like, you know what, you're right, because it makes sense. Because God forbid I, as an independent woman, have, you know, like, boundaries or opinions or can do what needs to protect my peace. God forbid, you know, it's gotta come from a man. Like, that's so irritating. But so I didn't do it because, like, I knew Vincent was right, because how else could that have been taken? So when I saw that, I ended up making like a 25-minute video on YouTube, and on my Instagram stories, talking about like everything, like all of that. Because like I wasn't sure if he was watching my social media anymore, but I was like, if he is, then I'm gonna send a message. I'm gonna tell him, like, fucking stop, dude. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be friends with you. Like, this was not Vincent's decision. This was my decision. You need to stop fucking trying to text me and shit. Like, leave me alone. I blocked you for a reason, you know? And I called him out. I was reading, like, DMs. I was reading emails. Like, I was doing the whole shebang. So he knew that I was talking about him. Because I wanted to make that very clear. But yeah, that was the story in a nutshell. And now I gotta finish reading my, what's it called? Oh god. My chapter before my class. Excuse me. God, I gotta sneeze. So, got like 8 pages left. Okay, cool. I've finally done this. What are we studying? I just finished my stars and galaxies reading that I needed to do. So, music theory is now on the plate. It's the last thing I need to do before I go to my class. 'Cause I need to leave in like 20 minutes. But, yeah. It's, I've been staying up late doing assignments and everything since last week because I got back with college and all that, and I'm trying to stay on top of it because I have 5 classes and I'm working like 3 to 4 days a week, so I'm trying to balance all of it. It's not my first rodeo, this is my junior fall basically, so I know I can handle it, but it's gonna suck. Oh wow, that's so cool. Thanks! It's hard, but it is cool, I think. But yeah, with this worksheet, I need to just identify like octave IDs and pitches. Good luck, drop this skincare routine. Oh, well, I don't really use anything. I have makeup on, but my camera is the best quality. So everything's kind of like fuzzy, I guess. But when I was younger, I had like a whole like acne thing. It wasn't like severe, like some people have had it worse kind of thing. But Epiduo Forte has always come in clutch for me. That has always really helped if I have like a bad breakout or something. It doesn't really happen much anymore now that I've gotten older. But it literally like is the reason my skin got so clear. Honestly, it was the Epiduo Forte. It's so goated. It's literally so goated. We'll check it out. Thanks. Yeah, of course. Hopefully that helps you. But also make sure that your doctor recommends it for you too. Check with your dermatologist. Keep thinking that there's a new message, but it's just my Nightbot. Oh. I'm not supposed to look at this stuff, that's supposed to help me. Just kidding. Okay, the study sesh today, for now at least, is over. Oh my god! Thank you for the follow. I'm so sorry. I just got to the end of my little study sesh here. But I will be back later. Favorite Pokemon? Tepig. First Pokemon ever because I started with Black and White 2. Or Pokemon White version 2 was my first Pokemon game, so that would be why. Um, but I did just finish my work basically for the moment. I will be back later though. If any of you guys want to study with me or whatever or chill, you can do that. But yeah, I have to get ready to leave for my class in like less than 10 minutes. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, and I will be back with more study streams. Woo! Have a good one.